I feel excluded. I'm very much queer, but in terms of talking up for all of us, not just the able-bodied, I think that that's something that, needs a lot of work. I'm Tobi. I grew up in the foster care system. I'm also bisexual. I happen to be a beautiful black woman, and I'm also a Muslim as well. There's so many things about me that is intersectional. I grew up in 18 different foster homes. Going from home to home has been it's been fun at times, and it also has caused a lot of difficulties in terms of how I felt about myself, my identity, and my relation to being a black woman and what that really meant. I realised that I was bisexual probably at the age of 8. Obviously then I didn't really know that there was a name for it. I just knew that I liked boys and girls. So all of my family are Muslim, and so obviously it's going to be very difficult for me to come out. I've been scared to kind of say how I really feel, and very nervous. However, I've also felt very proud and glad that I have this part of me. I have broken bones by simply rolling over in bed. My leg has literally broken in half completely. I have also sneezed and broken a rib. Brittle bones, or osteogenesis imperfecta. I have type 3, which is the severest type. It just basically means that you break bones and you never ever heal back the same. So they basically form how they were broken. For example, my left arm, this is as straight as I can go. I have had lots of operations to kind of keep the bones straight as possible. I kind of live with it. I'm always in pain, and I'm on lots of different medications to kind of deal with the pain, essentially. Growing up, I've always been asked a ton of questions. One of the things that used to frustrate me was that I couldn't run and play with everyone else. Not just being in care, but also having a disability. I just felt a lot of shame, and I always felt a bit weird or different, and I didn't like that. I would always express that, I want to be treated normal. I don't want to be different. I found ways to adapt and try to connect with my friends. I started dancing at 15. It really helps me to communicate what I'm feeling at the time. It teaches control. It helps with your emotions. It's got so many benefits to it. Honestly, it's the most accepting space, whether you're plus size, whether you're in a chair, whether you're 3'4", you can go into any place. Essentially, people are willing to work with you, to touch you, to work alongside you and create something really beautiful. We're trying to make a consecutive effort to hear each other's story. I essentially want to create a TV network for disabled actors, singers, dancers, producers, and so on. So I've created a social media page called Disabled Power Network, and the purpose of it is to explain a bit more about what our lives really look like, and actually give some of us an actual job, because there's no new stories, there's no new hosts, there's no new presenters. It's the same thing over and over. Maybe your next door neighbour has a disability of some sort, or you yourself have a child with a disability, or you're concerned maybe what your future might look like when you're, in your older age. Do things to make your community and make your surroundings better. Be active in doing those things, because if you're not active and you're just letting other people do it, it's not going to happen.